Best times to pray for immediate answers. There are specific times considered powerful for prayer, such as 12 a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. These times form a cross on the clock: 12, 6, 3, 9, symbolizing significant spiritual moments. Praying at these times can shift the spiritual atmosphere and open heavenly portals, making them crucial for effective spiritual warfare. Timing in prayer is essential. Praying at these specific hours aligns with powerful spiritual moments, and utilizing them can lead to significant spiritual breakthroughs. Additionally, it's vital to pray for at least an hour. Starting with an hour of prayer from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is ideal. But if that's challenging, make sure not to miss praying at 6 a.m. Setting an alarm for these times ensures you stay consistent and don't miss these powerful moments. Even if you're tired, it's essential to engage in prayer. Just saying something or speaking in tongues if unsure what to say can make a difference. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and prayer engages the spirit, making it powerful despite physical fatigue. Scripturally, specific times for prayer are highlighted, such as the 9th hour mentioned in Acts 3:1. Jesus also encouraged praying for at least an hour, as seen in Matthew 26:40. These scriptural references emphasize the importance of timing and duration in prayer. Effective prayer hinges on 3 key elements: the time of prayer, the length of prayer, and the place of prayer. Utilizing the powerful times mentioned, praying for at least 1 hour, and having a designated undisturbed place for prayer are crucial for spiritual warfare and connection with God. The disciples asked Jesus to teach them to pray, not to perform miracles, because they recognized the power in Jesus' consistent prayer life. They saw that miracles and strength in ministry stemmed from a strong foundation in prayer. Developing a prayer life that is consistent and private is key. True power in prayer comes from a consistent private prayer life, not from public display. Finally, it's important not to miss your spiritual timing due to laziness or lack of understanding. The greatest failure is missing your divine timing. Redeem the time and align your prayer life with God's timing for breakthroughs and victories. We live in a world governed by good and evil, and the spirit realm often overrules the physical. Even as we sleep, spiritual warfare continues. The devil finds it easier to operate under the cover of darkness, which is why most wickedness occurs at night. God may wake us up at night to make us aware of these spiritual battles. 1 John 5:19 reminds us that while we are of God, the world is filled with wickedness. When God disrupts your sleep, it's often a call to prayer to counteract evil forces. Matthew 13:25 tells us that while we sleep, the enemy sows tares among the wheat. God's nighttime wake-up calls are His way of protecting us. He sees the enemy's schemes and wants us to pray and counter them. The devil knows a sleeping person can't pray, read the Bible, or stay alert, so he exploits this vulnerability. God prompts us to wake up and pray because the best time to catch a thief is when he is in the act. Just as Jesus' disciples fell asleep in the Garden of Gethsemane, we too face this challenge. The devil knows that if we pray, we can thwart his plans. Praying at night might be challenging, but it brings spiritual victory. The more the devil tries to make you sleepy, the more you should pray. Prayer dismantles the enemy's plans and brings divine protection. Many people face daily struggles because they ignored God's wake-up call to pray. Job 44 tells us that God speaks, but we often don't listen. Don't let this be your downfall. Obey the prompt to rise and pray, and you'll find victory over hidden enemies. In Acts, Peter was freed from prison at night by an angel because he obeyed God's call. Similarly, young Samuel answered God's nighttime call and went on to achieve greatness. When God wakes you at night, it's crucial to respond. Daytime distractions often prevent us from hearing God's voice, but nighttime quiet allows us to connect deeply with Him. Honor God by making time for Him when He wakes you. Prayer at night is powerful, as Jesus demonstrated by often praying all night.